Yes, delivery robots are what most people see often. Cat-shaped robots are now active in many restaurants. In 10 years, Japan's market size has doubled, growing significantly. A report predicts the global service robot market to reach 4 trillion yen by 2030. These robots will likely remain in the public eye going forward. Delivery robots are probably what you see most often nearby. There are also cleaning robots and factory transport robots gaining popularity. These types combined make up about 80% of the market, I believe. Deloitte reports communication robots are about 10% of the market. Growth factors, tech advances, and changes in environment and people. Robots have hardware, software, and application layers. Hardware and software have evolved greatly in recent years. For example, LiDAR sensors are necessary to estimate one's location. This technology has evolved significantly in recent years. The progress is due to basic research advancements. However, it's not just that. In Japan and other countries, robots are actually working in the field. This real-world data and experimentation has accumulated, resulting in a major transformation, in my view. The application layer has also greatly evolved. In the past few years, for instance, cat-like robots can now say things like, "I've brought your meal, meow," when you listen closely. This user experience as a character is being realized in the application layer. It's one reason robots are being accepted and developing across various sectors. But that's not all, I strongly believe. For example, the environment, people, and services have also evolved significantly. For instance, 10 years ago, there were hardly any robot-related services. I think robots were mostly sold as standalone units, but from a customer's perspective, they might have thought, what do I do with this big thing? To address this, we've seen developments like customization services, implementation consulting, and regular maintenance after customization. These service areas have evolved tremendously. Moreover, as I mentioned earlier, the environment and people have also changed. In a recent example, the Ministry of Economy, Trade and Industry has promoted robot-friendly initiatives. What does this mean, you might ask? It's essentially a barrier-free concept, but for robots instead of humans. For instance, wiring robots can now overcome small height differences, but there are still limitations on larger steps they can't manage. The idea is to make buildings flat from the construction stage and to ensure elevators can work with robots when moving them between floors. Creating an environment where robots can move easily has changed significantly in recent years. Lastly, people's exposure to robots has increased over the past 10 years. There are various opinions on what the situation was like a decade ago, but I think some found robots cute, while others found them scary. This applies to both general consumers and those who use robots. I believe both groups had similar thoughts on the matter. One change over these 10 years is that people have gradually become accustomed to robots. Recently, I went to a restaurant where the robot even had a name. I'll omit specific names, but it's not just seeing robots as simple machines. People's attitudes are changing, seeing robots as co-workers, which has helped their adoption. We're experimenting with ways for robots and humans to coexist happily. There's a project called Robot Friendly. This project was started by Tomomi Ota. It shares a name with the government's robot initiative. For example, it explores how restaurants should treat customers who bring robots. It considers how to provide seating for both robots and humans together. The project involves thinking together about these issues. Instead of seeing robots as machines, we're starting to consider them as a new species. That's what this project is about. I think this is an important discussion in the process of popularizing robots. Robots and generative AI have high compatibility. As mentioned earlier, integrating AI into apps can make conversations smoother. This is possible with generative AI. Not only that, but AI tech has greatly advanced in generating actions. Google, Figure AI, and others are developing AI that can generate actions or convert language to movement. These AI technologies are rapidly evolving. As they progress, what can we expect? People will be able to make natural requests to robots, which will correctly interpret and execute tasks. I think this world is gradually becoming more realistic. So, if you're interested in service robots, what's the next step? A common pitfall is making robot introduction the goal. That's often a reason for failure. We need to revisit why robots are necessary in the first place. While I want robots to become more widespread, it's sad when robots are forced into roles they can't fulfill. It's unfortunate for idle robots and disappointing for everyone involved. We need to ensure proper matching. So what's next? The steps aren't too different from typical DX processes. It starts with problem analysis. What's your job, its value, and how do you want to improve it? It's crucial to clearly articulate these points. Then, discuss with consultants what solutions fit your improvement goals. It's important to talk it through and ensure you're comfortable with the plan. Calculate ROI during implementation, including customization costs, operational expenses, and other hidden costs. Visualize these factors, set clear goals, and tackle them one by one. This approach is key to successfully implementing robotics. Robots are becoming more common. They'll likely take over tasks that humans prefer not to do. Cleaning robots are a good example of this trend. Floors and dirty areas are unpleasant for humans to clean. In a way, robots that suppress emotions can clean in place of humans. I think we'll see more use cases like this in the future. Floor cleaning robots are already common now, but we're seeing specialized robots for windows, pools, and solar panels. These cleaning robots will become more widespread. There's also a big demand in areas with labor shortages, like caregiving and in factory settings. Robots are likely to become more common in these fields. Humanoid robots, which have advanced significantly, are also expected to spread. For instance, Tesla and Amazon are already testing humanoid robots in certain factory areas. In the future, we might see humanoid robots in everyone's homes. They could help with tasks that strain our hands, like laundry, cooking, or moving heavy furniture like desks and beds. Humanoid robots will likely focus on these areas that cause physical strain. We'll keep a close eye on future robot adoption progress. We aim to continue contributing to robotics implementation. Robotics technology is advancing rapidly. Things impossible before are now doable daily. Understanding robots and AI daily helps grasp life changes. Focusing on robots shows how our lives may transform. Staying updated with latest info is crucial. We at Business AI Promotion Org and Yamariki Edge LLC can deliver the latest AI and robotics news to you. Beyond the wealth of info circulating worldwide, we also provide specialized insights we can share. We encourage gathering info from various angles. We await your inquiries via our homepage. Thank you for your interest.